Hi, I'm Brad Knowles, producer of Friday Night Flies, hosted by Scott LeBoldis and Scotty Holmes. Enjoy the show.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do that.
There it is, man. We got that 80s porn. It's the theme.
No, it's been making me think about the whole time I've been listening to it.
Do I want to know?
What's the 2000s porn sound like? Is it all like techno?
Man. We're so old.
R&B?
Yeah, man, I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, I'm Boulder. It's Friday Night Flies. Thanks for watching. And yeah, we're in Spud Valley Sporting Goods, 1380 Birch Street, downtown Pemberton. So come on by, and Pemberton Fish Finder. We got Dr. Slick, wherever those stickers went. But yeah, toss me your hat there, young Ethan. Oh, we got a goodie box today in the mail.
So you can actually read the damn thing, man.
Oh, sorry, Dr. Slick.
Yeah, there it is. Now we can see it.
So thanks, Zach, for sending the care package up. We got it. Appreciate it. I tossed out all the goodies to the guys. So you saw Ethan working away with the Solar. What was it?
Solarez.
You had troubles with it too, eh? Solarez. Turning out to be a great little product. Look for some great flies to be tied. I know Ethan's pretty stoked on it. I think tonight was his first little trial run with the UV cures, and I think we've created a monster.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm not doing any cures tonight, but definitely after seeing the boys work with it, I'm going to be back on there. I know I need to tie some crodaments up. It is that season, and it's also dry fly season. Huh.
Yes, it is.
It is. Some of the first hatches are happening. You know, around here we've had our first solid week of really nice sunny weather, and the bugs were coming up, and fish were jumping, so it was dry lines. Boom. And yeah, so we're out on the lake. I know you can see the pattern off to the side here. So we got her locked down. We'll give her a little spin as I'm telling you the story. So we were out there, and as any fly tire does, you observe. And we were out there. We got some fish, but we didn't have exactly what we needed to really make it an epic day. Now, we had a 10 fish day. It could have been like a 50 fish day.
Oh, easy.
Oh,
And they were everywhere.
if we had this pattern, so we were watching these bugs coming off. Boom. I think they were midges, is what it looked like. And the fish were just hammering them as they were coming out of the husk and vulnerable on the top of the water. And we know we have some other merger patterns here available at the store, but they just weren't. They were a little too big for what we were wanting. And so we came up with this little size 14 pattern here, and it sits upright. You can see the hackle there, so the lower half of the fly sits under the water. Let's get down and show these guys how to do this.
Okay.
Right.
Did we even come up with a name for this thing yet?
No, not yet. So
It's gonna be something emerger, because it's an emerger.
it is an
The
emerger.
butt dipper.
Dipping butt emerger.
Dipping butt emerger. That sounds good. Okay.
Just to go along with the 80s porn.
Yeah, what the hell? Dipping butt emerger.
We should get some like 80s porn girl's name there.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, well, we're down now.
Okay, we're down. So there you guys, you can see a nice close look at this pattern of the dipping butt emerger. And yeah, we're going with it, sure. All right, let's get that out and show you how we build this up. Now I have a hook somewhere. And then after, we got a little jug of water, and we will show you
Why it's called
as
the
best
dipping
as
butt.
we can why it's called the dipping butt.
Okay, bye. See you
All
tomorrow.
right, see you, Scotty Holmes. Thanks for coming in.
I'll see you tomorrow.
See you, Scott. All right, so we got our little size 14 in there, dry fly hook. This happens to be an Eagle Claw, laser sharp. Gotta love these old school hooks.
Sure, and it's thin wire, man. That's
Oh.
I think why we can get away with a nice dipping butt emerger
Yeah.
and have it not sink out of sight.
Oh man, yeah, we were testing my variation, and Brad also had done
Let's not give it away. Don't give it away.
his rendition,
Oh, yeah.
and we were testing them out in the water, and man, they were just going off.
we couldn't get them to sink. It was awesome.
No, we couldn't.
Especially once we coated it with that super float.
Oh
Like
yeah,
Super
yeah, right there, bomb, always handy.
Super float. That
Boom,
stuff,
boom,
man. I
boom,
couldn't
boom.
get the fly to sink.
I couldn't get my hands in to the water to wash my hands afterwards. They just kept floating
Kept floating right
because it
up
was
the
on my
surface.
hands from
Yeah, that's
so
amazing.
supersonic.
Super solid.
Anyhow, okay, so why I'm pausing here and not tying off. When you start your thread, you want to come back from the hook shank or from the hook eye. You don't want to start it right at the eye like we typically do with our streamers and stuff. So you can see, you know, I'm about what do we say there, a third back, because we need to leave room for folding over our deer hair and creating that post and being able to tie off with the hackle. So with these small flies, your wraps really do count. So we got that on, cut off the tail. Now I put on a little butt. I just used a little bit of ice dubbing, and using this stuff also enabled me. I did some with some of this clear or this minnow belly that I'm doing. Done some with some orange. Done some with some of the old purple ice dub as a hot spot. So I'm taking a very little pinch here. And I'm just pulling these strands so I can get them kind of stacked together. We just want a little hint of something off the tail end. I'm going to put it right on top of that fly. 1, 2 wraps. Fold everything back. And my fingers are a little tacky from playing with all these UV cures here.
You got one of the ice tubs wrapped around the eye of the hook there. There you go.
There we go. All right, so as you can see, super sparse. It's just a little something to catch a little attention off the tail end of that fly. And we got some nice Superfly glitter thread here. So I'm going to get myself a little bit of that. This is the Aqua. So I did 2 different flies colors, or a couple different colors. One, I did a gray body, which was the one in the sample. And then with that one, I used the olive as the rib. And then with this one, which I'm doing as an olive body, I'm going to use the lighter aqua ribbing. So I trap it in at the head of the fly. Again, I'm not going right up into the eye. And I'm going to nice even wraps right back. Put that off to the side for now. And now I'm just going to build up my taper or my body with my thread. And so I just want a little bit of a taper on here, a little midge taper, kind of like your carota mint taper. Nice thin profile. There we go. So I've built up a little bit of a silhouette going forward. Now I'm going to take that glitter thread. I'm going to do some nice wraps going up here. 5 or 6 of them around. You know, you can do these ribs as tight or as loose as you want. Create that segmentation. So definitely with the glitter thread, this is a sunny day fly. You know, if it's a cloudier day, I might use something more of a matte color that doesn't have as much glisten. So we got that on there. Flies coming together, just like that. So now all I want to do is kind of even off that taper, and I'm going to come back again to, we're almost halfway. We're just shy of halfway. So we'll say 1/3 back. Get my little deer hair here. I believe this is belly. And I'm going to grab my little post. We'll show you how much I'm grabbing in a second here. Less is more. Too little. Don't work. Alright, so I'll get this off the thing here and we'll show you what we got. So we got a nice little upwing. And now I'm going to measure this off. From the eye, I want to go right back to the bend of the hook. So that's my length. I'm going to trim off my tags. Nice and clean cut. And we're going to get this right on top of the fly. You see where I'm putting it? I'm keeping it away from that eye. Couple loose turns. Hold on tight so you keep that wing on the top of the fly. And just wind your thread through all those tips there and secure it down. Now, build up that taper so that it doesn't go right from fat to thin. So now you have something that looks like an elk hair caddis. And we're going to go, I got a nice little dry fly grizzly hackle. So I'm going to tie this on pointing forward. Good wraps, get that tied in there nice and tight. Move my thread back, get this hackle untangled, there we go. Thread right back, we're going to do a little dubbing thorax in the color you wish. So I got the Sinyo's laser dub in the olive. So this is a really nice find. I tried doing it with the Superfly diamond dub. It's just a little bit too synthetic for these small flies. As you're going to see, it's very little that's going on to this dubbing. So we got a little dubbing. Because they're so small, they can really get overpowered. Nice little dubbing ball for a thorax. Now we're going to take all of our wing here, post it up. So it's kind of like a shellback on a pheasant tail nymph or something. And this takes a little bit of negotiating. Get it all forward. If you take your thumb and your finger, trap it on the top, nice and tight, pointing forward. Take that thread, wrap over once, twice, pull it down, nice and tight. Alright, you're going to end up with this nice wing sticking off the front. I like to do a wrap in the front. Now we're going to post this. So thread back to the back again. Just make sure all our fibers aren't getting trapped. Alright, now we're ready. Grab everything, the hackle and your post. And this takes a little practice, guys. Make sure those fibers get there. And we're going to wind up. You don't want to pull too tight. That makes your deer hair splay out.
I was wondering how you did that.
Alright, so you wind up a little bit, and then you wind back down, and again, a couple turns in front of that eye. If you want, you can put a half hitch in. So let's get that hackle out of there. So I'm just getting it out, tangled from that deer hair. Grab your hackle pliers. So your hackle starts at the top, and you're going to wind down that post 3 or 4 times. Grab your thread, pull your hackle away from the fly and your thread out the other way. That'll get that nice and tight in there. Slide it underneath those hackles in the front, because you don't want to lose all that work that you just did, like I'm just about to. Sometimes you just need to coerce things a little bit. Yep, it's sliding off the eye. So if that's happening to you, my thread's sliding off my eye, I'm just going to point my fly up a little bit.
That helps big time.
Yep, so I'm going to make sure I still got this thing trapped in there. Oh, yeah, there we go. Because you have a downturned eye, it'll just slide right off that eye hook. There we go. Another trick is, take this thread, and on the back side of my vice jaws is that adjustment for the jaws. Take your thread and loop it over that. That'll keep your thread pointed the other way so that you can let go of it with your other hand and get rid of this tag. Helps if you open the scissors. There we go. Now we're ready to finish this guy off. You can try a whip finish. You notice you have a hole on the back of most of these bodkins. So lay it down, 1, 2 over, put the eye of that fly into that hole, and I'm pushing down so that the eye is resting at the top of the thing. Just with your thumb, slide those knots forward, slide it off, pull it tight. Again, down, once, twice, put it on there, use your thumb, slide it towards it, pull that knot off, cinch it down. Boom. Last but not least, now that we've been working on this thing, I'm going to get that post into position. I want this thing sitting almost straight up and down in the water. So I'm just going to take this post and just angle it forward a little bit. Make sure it's sitting in the center of my fly. And that is it, man. So you can do this without the little curlicues at the back. And you want them short. You don't want them long. It'll keep the butt from sinking. So it's just a little glisten in the back.
What did we call that thing? The sunken butt? Or the...
What did he call it?
The sinking butt?
Sinking butt fly or something?
Sinking butt emerger. Anyhow, we got
We'll have to look back and, and find out what we called it.
Dipping butt.
Dipping butt, maybe.
Yeah,
Anyways,
dipping butt.
what we'll do is we'll throw this. We got a little container of water here. We'll see if I can't get the camera angled down first. All right, and we'll try to do this. All right, we ready to go up? I'm gonna get this fly out of the vise.
Bring the, yeah, that's good. A little bit to your left. And back toward you a bit now. Perfect, right there.
All right, ready? Pump.
Bring it up closer to the camera if we can.
So you see how that just went?
Spin it so we see the side profile.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
asking for much.
Ethan, grab the bobkin or the.
Blow on it, man. Look at that thing skating around. You.
Nice, Ethan.
Man, if my fly did that on the water, I think it'd be.
Scoop it to the middle there a little bit again.
There we
So-
go. Perfect. You can
Yeah,
see how that
Ethan.
thing's
Ethan tried to drown
I
it,
drowned it.
but you can see it's still staying up. Bump. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
get
got her
up
down.
closer
So
if you can,
that one,
that's all.
hasn't been treated. Let's grab another one here.
Has that one been treated? Put some treatment on that one. Has it been treated?
It hasn't been treated
We'll
either.
treat that one.
Boom. So you see, here's a good reason why we make the tail short. So you see that one's long. It holds the fly up. Eventually, it does get soaked.
Makes a big difference though when you cut that thing short.
When you make it short, it goes
Oh, yeah.
it goes straight to the
It
fishing
looks like
position.
it's down now.
Yeah,
Is it
she's
down?
going
Yeah,
down.
She's down now.
Yeah, there's just a little bit of fiber. There we go. So that fly rides with that post straight up, which is what the bugs were doing when they were coming out. They were coming out straight, and then they were falling
That's
down
pretty
on the
awesome,
bottom
man.
and taken
That
away.
is so awesome. And they were just clobbering those things. As soon as it was standing upright, like it was pushing its exoskeleton off,
Yeah.
they were clobbering that thing. And I was watching. They were doing it. They were doing it 10 feet from my float tube, just clobbering them.
All right. What are we looking at
Why
there?
don't we do a fresh one that's not even?
Well, we'll see.
That's been
This is a good test right here. A saturated fly. So that stuff is nice and thin, eh?
Oh yeah.
So we got that on there. It's a little much.
Digging.
So let's try and get some of it off. Yeah, Ethan, hold on to this fly. Drop it in there.
Bring her back to your left. Oops.
Might have to dry it. No, it's holding it up.
Yeah, saturated fly. and it's
Saturated
still
fly is still standing, and it's actually correcting itself.
standing. That's awesome. Okay, anyhow,
All right.
let's we'll wrap her up here.
Oh, that other one is just sitting so nice right now. Oh, look at those. Look at those things. Emerging.
Emerging.
Okay. Let's try and go back up here.
Yeah, right there. Perfect.
Right there?
Perfect.
Right there? You
That'll
can see
work.
my
It's
handsome
a
face
little,
again?
It's a little bit high, but that'll work.
That's alright. It's
Bingo.
You're just signing out. So, try some of these guys out. Hit your local waters. I'm Boulder. That's enough for me tonight. Brad, you gonna do yours?
Yeah, I could probably
Come on,
spin
everybody.
something up pretty quick. Yeah, okay, let's do it.
Start typing in, guys. Come on, Brad. We want to see Brad. Come on.
You don't want to see me. Okay.
All right, so I'm Boulder, signing out. Thank you very much for watching Friday Night Flies. We'll be back again with another episode, and stick around to next week. Don't forget to send us some photos. We had some really good viewer interaction over the last couple weeks on Facebook, so Facebook/Friday Night Flies. We love seeing what you guys are doing, and thanks for all the fans for sending all the goodies, and our brand new sponsors, Mongoose and Griffin for the Vice, and Dr. Slick, and Solar Res. Get some of that stuff.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I'm stoked, man.
Good.
Stoked. Okay.